Are you ready to kickstart your own modeling agency? Did you know that almost every business is connected to a modeling agency? Whether it's on their website landing page, in print advertising, or on digital media, businesses everywhere utilize stock photos or videos. If not for models, and even more important, modeling agencies, these images just wouldn't exist. The $2 billion industry is continually growing. It's also receptive to up-and-comers on the agency side of things. This means if you've always wanted to start your own modeling agency, now is the time. I'm Raid, and in today's video, we'll discuss 5 main tips to successfully build your own modeling agency. Let's get started. The first step in creating your own modeling agency is to get super clear on your niche. Do you want to be the go-to agency for hand models, or perhaps the one-stop shop for all things e-commerce imagery? Or maybe you want to specialize in the fitness and athletic wear area. Why is finding your niche so important? Well, for starters, it'll help you stand out from the pack. By differentiating your brand from others in the industry, you'll be more likely to thrive in a complex and competitive industry. Once you've narrowed down your niche, it'll be easier to then expand into different or adjacent modeling spaces. You'll be able to find new areas that complement your brand and allow you to naturally evolve in the modeling space. One specialty group that successfully capitalized on a niche is London's Ugly Models. When founder Jill Searle started the agency in 1969, she placed an ad in the paper for anyone with a unique appearance that wasn't traditionally desired. Flash forward 50 years, and you now have a thriving modeling agency that's specializing in extraordinary and outside the norm looking models for which clients are willing to pay top dollar for. The next tip in kickstarting your own modeling agency is to make a plan. Creating a roadmap for how you'll define and grow your business is crucial. Here are the 3 steps you'll need to take in planning out your business. First, think about your budget. Start out by figuring out what it would take to get things moving. We're talking home office setup, day-to-day operations, and any tools you may need. On top of that, you'll want to figure out budget needs based on your initial clientele and talent roster. Make sure you have the financial means to keep your initial efforts afloat, while also aiming to expand and grow your agency. After you're done drafting your budget, next you'll want to create an online hub to share your models and for potential clients to discover your agency and what you have to offer. You can start by building a website landing page. This is where clients can learn about your agency and see if working with you is a good fit. Jotform offers a simplified landing page template so you can stay focused on the nitty-gritty and need-to-know details about your agency. Once you have your landing page set up, all you need to do is register your name, domain, and business as a legal entity. A lot of business is done digitally in today's society, so having a legitimate digital presence will be a big provider for early success. The final step in planning out your business is to set growth goals and create a roadmap to get there. A helpful growth goal can be having a certain volume of talent and clients in 6 months, 1 year, and 5 years. You could also plan out networking strategies and when to implement them. Our next tip for kickstarting your own talent roster is to focus on your talent roster expansion. Once you have your niche figured out and a solid plan in place, building your roster will come relatively easy. Investing in your online presence and legitimacy will also contribute to pulling impressive talent early on. Potential signees are all over the internet. Social media platforms like TikTok, Snapchat, and Instagram can have lots of hidden gems waiting to be tapped. With the use of hashtags, you can explore people's pages who naturally align with your niche, based on what they tag their content with. After doing some digging, you'll likely come across a handful of potential new models. From there, it's all about connecting. Get a conversation going on social media and direct it towards your agency so they can get a good feel for your work and what niche you're representing. To make this part of the process as streamlined as possible, you can utilize Jotform for all your information collecting, to collect talent photos, model contracts, and release forms. You can simply customize ready-to-use templates with your own branding and the necessary legal language. Our next tip for building your business is a crucial one, and one that you can never do too much of: and that's networking. Network like your business depends on it because it does. The modeling business is deeply relationship based. Great networking will be a skill that builds the backbone of your agency. To start your networking journey, begin by schmoozing your contact list. This can look like wining and dining your client list as well as your talent list. After all, for those models you've signed, you're their advocate. You'll want to pay just as much attention to them as you do your clients. After all, your roster is your responsibility as well as your best asset. So use every opportunity you can to connect them to industry professionals as well as guide them in setting their own goals within your agency. There are two great ways you can immediately start networking. For one, you can start at a local level by searching for events in your area. Local fashion shows and industry events can get you in touch with professionals like event planners and designers who already have the inside scoop. The other great place to start is modeling forums. These sites are great for gathering behind the scenes information. By reading through these sites, you can gain insights regarding what's trending in the industry and therefore pivot within your agency to thrive with the current trends of the industry. The final tip we have for starting your own modeling agency is to build your client list. We've previously talked about creating a client list and how necessary it is. Now let's dive a little deeper. To get your agency's name out there, you can start with cold calls and emails. Make sure, though, that you include polished designs and high-res images of your talent. When cold calling, you have one chance to make a great first impression, so make sure to cross your T's and dot your I's. Another effective strategy in building out your client list is to host an open house. At the open house, you'll have the chance to show off your talent in person, give potential clients a firsthand look at who they'd work with, and also meet up with some industry professionals in person that you've been connecting with digitally. With Jotform, you can manage your event invites via event registration form templates. You can customize them with dazzling imagery and behind-the-scenes shots of your models in action. These creative invites will contain the necessary open house details as well as get potential attendees excited and engaged with your upcoming showcase. Once you've successfully hosted your online or in-person event, you'll likely have made lots of great connections and even be ready to sign a new client or two. This is where ready-to-use contracts come into play. Whether your models will participate in a client's photo shoot or a full-fledged multi-channel campaign, you'll need a specific contract. With Jotform, your plethora of contract templates can be easily managed. There are even tools like e-signature widgets that really make the whole creation process super simple. You'll receive signed contracts back at a quicker rate, and your clients will be thankful for how simple the process is. The modeling business is ever evolving, and to stay in the ring, you too will need to be flexible, eager, and evolving. Overall, the best way to thrive in this competitive landscape is to start off on the right foot with careful planning. Let's review. To successfully build a modeling agency from the ground up, just focus on these 5 tips. Figure out your agency's niche, plan out your business, expand your talent roster, always be networking, and build an extensive client list. Until next time, I'm Raid with Jotform. Don't forget to click subscribe. Thanks for watching.